It's been nearly a year since the Abu al-Nar brothers and their friends set off from Libya on an overloaded fishing boat. They survived thanks to the Italian Coast Guard. VOA first met the young refugees at Italy's Milan station, cold, fearful, unsure of what lay ahead on their journey to Berlin. 9 months later, they have been given asylum by Germany, and most are still living in refugee camps. Baha, one of the friends, lives at a camp on the industrial outskirts of Berlin that once housed East Germans fleeing communist rule.
The first days of mine, when I got Berlin, I had a strategy to build my life here. I was thinking of working as a teacher or continue studying at college or to do Ausbildung. So, yeah. Now I am a little bit lost. I don't know what I have to do.
Baha desperately wants to leave the camp and find a place of his own, but he says landlords in Berlin refuse to rent apartments to refugees.
I have nothing else I can do. I go to the school, then come back to Vonheim, or go to trying to find a flat, or to find a mini job. But unfortunately, till now, I didn't find anything. Yeah.
Baha and his friends are safe and they have a roof over their heads. But their dreams of starting a new life are on hold as Germany tries to cope with the sheer number of migrants.
They are fleeing an increasingly brutal civil war. Baha finds it difficult to watch what's happening back home.
I lost my father and brother. I also lost my uncle and 2 other relatives because of the war. It's really difficult to communicate with my family because the situation there, and sometimes I'm afraid also to get another bad news about them, like I had about my family, my father and brother.
Baha's friendship with Ghiath was forged in the deserts of Libya and on the open seas of the Mediterranean. Now they're off to meet the youngest of the group of friends who made that treacherous crossing, Ghiath's youngest brother, Hussein. With the support of his father, a long-time resident in Berlin, and his brothers, Ghiath has been more fortunate.
I have a new work with my father, Arabic restaurant, Kana, and I'm study Dutch language, and I hope I make that it's good. And I have a new room in hostel.
Ghiath even met German Chancellor Angela Merkel at a refugee welcoming event in Berlin.
She, for me, Mama Teresa. Yeah. Why? Because she opened door for me come because another country closed.
For Ghiath, one thing is missing: his mother, who is stuck in Turkey, unable to get a German visa and too frail to follow in her son's footsteps. The young men are safe, but their search for a new future is far from finished. Henry Ridgwell for VOA News, Berlin.